Hey folks, this is Rich. On May 23rd, did a video talking about my journey to a book contract with Anam Cara Books. And I promised I would pop on periodically and just kind of share my journey on this path. So I thought I would talk about the many hats of an author that I'm discovering. You know, writer is a hat, editor is a hat, business is a hat, and marketing is another hat that gets worn as an author. And you need to learn to shift gears and wear a different hat at different times, is what I'm beginning to realize. So, as a writer, and I shared this back on May 23rd, I got up on Saturday morning at 6, headed over to the local Starbucks, got a cup of coffee, pulled out my laptop, and wrote the book. And I did this over probably a 2-year period at this point. But it was a discipline to get up every Saturday, and I didn't want to take time away from the family, so it was a discipline to get up every Saturday, go to Starbucks, pull out the laptop, and write for 2 to 3 hours. And it was really a neat spiritual experience as well, because I didn't know what I was going to write until I pulled open the laptop and began to write. So writing for me is also a wonderful spiritual exercise. So that's the one hat you wear as an author, is you're a writer, and you need to discipline yourself to write on a regular schedule. And for me, it was every Saturday until I completed the book. So that's one hat that you wear as an author. A second hat you wear as an author is an editor. After the book is written, you need to then go back through it and edit it and fine-tune it and pass it to someone else to take a look at and let them edit it and see if you agree or disagree with some of the comments they make. So that's a second hat you wear as a author, is an editor. You need to go back through your manuscript and you need to edit it. You need to add to it. You need to tweak it. You need to change it. You need to remove things that maybe don't make sense. So that's a second hat. A third hat is a business person. So I had written a book, it was edited, and I had a book proposal, and I began contacting publishers to get it published. And as I mentioned, I received a contract from Anam Cara Books about a month ago, saying they wanted to publish my book. So then I have to shift gears and become a business person, and I need to read the contract, make sure I understand it, talk with other folks that have been through the process. Does this contract make sense? Does it seem fair? So you shift gears from a writer to an editor to a business person. And then, of course, I signed the contract, which I mentioned on May 23rd in my video that I did. And then you're going to start going into launch book mode. And I mentioned I don't have a date yet, but I did mention the book will be published sometime mid-summer 2020. You shift into a marketing person. You need to get this book in front of people that will be helped by it. I mean, I wrote a book. My passion is centering prayer. It's a practice that has meant a lot to me. It's been so life-giving and life-changing to me that I simply cannot keep it to myself, and I must share it with others. So I wrote a book, and I want to put it out in the world, and I want other people to benefit from this world because I've benefited from it so greatly. So then you need to shift into marketing mode. You need to get it in front of the people that are going to benefit and be helped by your book. And you do that in many ways. You do that on Facebook, you do that on Twitter, you do that through getting people to subscribe to your email list so that they can see what you have going on and they can get updates. So you shift from being a writer to an editor to a business person to someone who now needs to market your book and get it out in the world to the people that will best benefit from it. So that's all. I just wanted to pop on and talk about my journey. And as I mentioned, I talked about how I got to this point of getting a contract with Anam Cara Books. But now I wanted to talk about what I'm discovering are the many different hats that an author often wears. So let me just close with some final comments that an author needs to have. You know, you need to have a burning desire to write a book, and I did. I got up every Saturday and I wrote the book over a 2 to 3 hour period. You need to write on a topic that's important to you. Centering prayer is very, very important to me. It's a passion I have. It has been life-changing and life-giving, and I want to share it with others in case it's something that can help them. You need to take discipline, which I did. You need to never, ever give up. Centering prayer is an important voice for me, and I want to get it out into the world. So I'm not going to give up. I'm going to get it out into the world, and I'm going to share it with people that need it and can benefit from it. And you need the help and support of others along the way. I didn't do this by myself. I had many people helping me along the way. This is not something I did by myself. I did not do in a vacuum. Many, many people helped me along the way. And you need to help others as well. So these are some things I've learned, and I'll continue to learn on my journey to book launch from Anakara Books in summer 2020. Thanks for listening. Hope everybody has a great rest of the Saturday, and much love to you all.